Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Las Vegas Social Media Show. Be sure to check us out, LasVegasSocialMediaShow.com, and also shout out to the Social Network station, Jim Nico, Ted Turner of Social Networks. We are now with another very special guest, Darlene Dalmaceda, a filmmaker here in Las Vegas. So, Darlene, welcome to the Las Vegas Social Media Show.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you for having me here.
It was a pleasure having you here today because you're very involved in the Vegas film community.
Yes.
Very involved. And you had this latest project that you just showed recently called V-Day. So could you take us through that? Tell us what it is, the project.
Yes, V-Day is a story about a young lady named Adrian who is down on her luck. She's looking for work and she can't find anything, like many people in this economy, especially here in Vegas. And so she goes to a recruiting agency where the lady there says, well, I don't have anything for you. Why don't you come along with me to the sex toy party? And she's like, whoa, wait a minute. You know,
What?
What? No. But she convinces her to come along, well, maybe you could start your own business. Maybe this is something that you have a fit for. So she goes to this party and she has an awakening of sorts. And, and she decides to get involved with this consultant who's going to be her sponsor. But she soon finds out that this woman is not who she seems to be. And then also there's this Clark Kent type guy. He's kind of a shy nerd that sees her at a coffee shop and he's in love with her. So he helps her to essentially find out like who this woman is, and there's kind of like a twist ending, and there's like, a little bit of espionage, some racy humor in it. It's a spoof of sex toy parties on the surface, but it has a deeper message.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I thought you did an incredible job.
Thank you.
It was very well put together. And was there an actual experience that inspired that story?
There was. I was involved with one of the sex toy companies. And there are some characters in the film that are based on real people.
Characters is the right word for that film.
Yeah.
You definitely had some good characters.
I think that I excel at satire, at spoofs, parodies. I like that genre of film. I think that, especially satire, because I like to make fun of things. I like to make social commentary, but in a humorous way. It was drawn from my experience, but also, I was going to these parties as a consultant and seeing how who are the types of people that go to these parties. And I wanted to get a good cross section of people. Like, I play like the shy young virgin that has
Right.
no idea like what a vibrator is or anything like that. And then there's like a woman who's a freaky dominatrix that's done everything, a gay guy and a divorcee who wants to enjoy being single again because she got rid of her horrible ex-husband, and a woman who's been married for like 20 plus years that wants to spice up her marriage. So I met all kinds of people like this, and I thought, why not make a movie about this? Why not, explore
Why not?
this industry, because, you see like sex toys in mainstream movies here and there, but it's kind of like a thing to make fun of, like as a prop or something. When do you see these things outside of porn movies? But,
And like we talked before the show, although sex toys, might get the attention, there's a
Right.
total deeper meaning and message to the movie, especially at the end, that really awesome turn of events that have, I'm not going to give anything away.
Right.
They're going to have to go watch the
They're
movie.
going to have to go watch the movie at a film festival when it gets,
So
accepted.
is that your plan? You plan on now taking that movie, now that you've made it, you've showed it, now taking it to different film festivals?
Yes, that's what I plan to do. Just,
Okay.
submit it to the film festival circuit.
And what a lot of people may not know is you were in front and behind the camera.
Yes.
You wore many hats. So could you kind of tie in? I like to tie in with the Vegas film community too, because I know you're heavily involved in that. You've been around it. Kind of tell us, for all of maybe Hollywood people or people that know Vegas only for partying, but there's a whole entire other side to this place. Could
Right.
you go into the Vegas film community?
Yes, we have several talented people in town that are artists, directors, videographers, actors, makeup people, wardrobe people. We have our own little film community here, and I've seen the work that fellow filmmakers in town have done, and I'm pretty impressed. So, and then we also have the Arts District. We have, I'm actually going to be doing, I mean, we're going to be talking about this obviously in another question, but I just thought I'd let you.
Go ahead and tell us now. What's
okay.
your next project?
Well, my next project is a documentary on a gentleman named Josh Weinberg, and he does pinup art for, First Friday. He's been drawing since he was 10. And he's originally from Detroit, Michigan, and he moved here to Vegas several years ago. And he does pinup portraits of everything you can think of. Cartoon characters, superheroes. He puts any kind of logo on pinup, T-shirts. Like he's got like a Zappos girl, a Starbucks girl. He's got Apple, Google, all car companies, cigarette companies. Tobacco products, liquor, whatever, you name it, food products, he'll do it. So,
That's so cool. So you're trying to give exposure maybe to as we talked, if it's on the Strip, obviously it's going to be in all the magazines, all the newspapers.
Right.
But there's just a whole nother side to this city and so many talented people that they need exposure to. And,
yeah,
and
exactly.
I think that's awesome that you're doing that and you're helping capture that because people need to know.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's not as promoted here in Vegas like it would be like in Chicago or LA, Seattle, New York. Right. Vegas is pretty much, when you say Vegas, you think about casinos and gambling and hot girls and partying and
right.
booze and
right.
Things like that.
You don't necessarily think filmmaking or
no,
art.
Not at all. And people need to know that we have this community of artists that have put out these wonderful projects, and the world needs to know about that.
Absolutely. That's incredible. I think that's awesome what you're doing, and I admire that. In terms of social media in filmmaking, we just had Ross Martin on, founder of the Social Media Film Festival. What role do you see social media playing in maybe what you do with your films or where the film community is going?
I think a lot of it is going to go on the internet. I mean, it's already happening now, where people are becoming YouTube sensations and they're getting millions of hits on their
right.
projects, and they're being discovered by Hollywood. Now it's all online. So I found through my Twitter account there is a film festival that is doing all of their stuff online, and you get exposure by submitting your projects to their website, and they'll tweet about it, they'll Facebook about it, they'll promote your project for you if you're accepted by them. So I thought about submitting my stuff to them, and any other film festivals that are going the more social media route and putting their films online exclusively for people to see, instead of just having like a physical location to have their film festival. I think in some ways it will be seen by more people, because so many people use social media as a way to find out about new artists, new musicians, new bands, new films. The indie scene is exploding, and I'm personally dissatisfied with a lot of output that comes from mainstream Hollywood. That when I go to a film festival, I'm like, wow, why aren't these people in Hollywood? They're so much better than the people that are the big studios.
Right. No, and I think that was awesome. I think you hit it right on the head. It's now people have the power.
Right.
With social media. Now, technology, obviously, it's easier to make film now, or it's, you can do it on lower budgets and whatnot, but now you can put it out there. Mm-hmm. With no permission, no anything. Create
right.
a Twitter account, YouTube account, boom. And by the way, where can we find you on social media? Where can we find you online?
Okay. My production company is called Atomic Cocktail Entertainment, so you can find my page on Facebook. My Twitter handle is at ACENT Vegas _.org or org.
Okay, very cool. And we have a couple more minutes here. And besides being a video maker, actress, you also own a business here in Vegas.
Yes, I do.
Could you tell us about that?
It's called Vegas Fine Pens and Gifts. It's an online specialty boutique, and I sell fine writing instruments, stationery, and unique gifts online. And my goal in several years is to have a physical location where it's going to be called the Pen Lounge and Ink Bar. Like, I'm actually going to have like a bar with like
bar.
different like colored inks. So
I'll take a green, please,
There
and
you
a
go.
shot of red. Right.
So, and then you can like just for a nominal fee, you can fill up your own fountain pens. You can try any of our fountain pens for test drive them before you buy them, things like that. You know, I'll have brand name pens as well as custom made pens for people, all kinds of different stationery products, but like kind of the stuff you'd see at Urban Outfitters, like real like tongue-in-cheek, hip, sophisticated novelty products. That's like my aim. I'm going away from like traditional like desk sets of old and things like this. Not so much like I'll have high-end products too, like Mont Blanc, but I want to do something completely different than Mont Blanc. I mean, I'll have their products, but I don't want to be like so high-end that people can't afford it.
Which you educated me on. There is such thing as a $150,000 pen.
Yeah, there is.
That blew my mind.
Mont Blanc does make a pen that is about, I believe it is $150,000 or more.
I can't chew on that one.
Diamonds and platinum. No, you'd have to keep that in a safe. You wouldn't chew on that thing.
Well, you know, and I think there's nothing like a good pen. I mean, as many iPads and different. I just like writing stuff down.
Yeah, I mean, like writing by hand has kind of become a lost art. I mean, you know, yes, we talk about social media and it is easy to send an email to someone or Facebook message, Twitter message, but you know, how personalized, how special is that to write a letter by hand to someone or a card, you know, or a postcard and send it to someone? It means a lot more than just firing off an email or a text.
Wow,
I think.
That is so cool. I think that's so awesome. We only got about a minute here. If you could, what can we expect from you in 2013 from Darlene here in Vegas?
Well, besides my documentary, you know, I'm going to, you know, spend more time, you know, developing more concepts for movies, working on my Vegas pens business. I have all kinds of projects in the works. And then also I forgot to mention that you can also go to my YouTube channel.
Okay.
So it's youtube.com/ACENTLV.
Awesome.
So,
and we'll put that there.
And you can see, you know, my previous work there as well.
All right, awesome. Well, Darlene, thank you so much for being with us today on the Las Vegas Social Media Show. I think you're an incredible talent person, and I look forward to what you have up next. You're very inspiring to the Vegas arts community, and we need people like you, so thank you.
You're welcome, Sam. It was a pleasure.
Pleasure. Thank you. On the next episode of the Las Vegas Social Media Show, today we have a very special guest in the building, Casey Carlisle, head of the American Male Hair Salons here in Vegas. Could you tell us a little bit more about American Male? What is it?
Sure. American Male is a full-service grooming lounge for guys. We offer cuts, coloring, nails, facials, and full-body waxing.
We are a social media show. American Male, are you guys using social media right now?
We do. We've always had a presence in social media.